Before we get into this video, 68% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Get your life together. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Leave a like. Big news. Padres, they're making moves. And I repeat, this is not turning into a San Diego Padres channel. Don't get it screwed. It's not turning into a Padres channel. It's just they're all over the news right now. The Padres have just acquired Yu Darvish and Victor Caratini. They're making so many moves. This team, whoo. And Cubs fans, oh man, this one's tough. I'm just wondering what you're going to get back for Chris Bryant, man. SMH. I am just not a fan of this trade from the Cubs' perspective. The Cubs have a lot of win-now players, and this team, oh, man, if I was a Cubs fan, I would be very mad right now because this team, I have no clue what they're doing because they're probably going to trade Chris Bryant and Wilson Contreras for nothing. This team is directionless. They are not doing anything correctly. This team needs help. This team, whoever's running this team does not know how to run a baseball team because he just traded Yu Darvish and Victor Caratini, in my opinion, for very little. You didn't even get a top, really, 15 prospect in the Padres organization for Yu Darvish, who was second in Cy Young. What are you doing? I mean, jeez. I'm sorry that I'm really loud in this video, but I would be frustrated if I am a Chicago Cubs fan. This team receives, oh, you're probably wondering the trade. Victor Caratini and Yu Darvish to the San Diego Padres for Zach Davies, Ronaldo Preciado, Yacine Santana, and Owen Cassie, and Ismael Mania. I know that Yu Darvish's contract has looked pretty bad in the past, but he was second in NL Cy Young voting. You could have got way more, in my opinion. I drew up some of these MLB teams must trade for. And I thought they could get players like a Brandon Marsh, a Miguel Andujar, a Clint Frazier, Clark Schmidt in this trade. I don't know what this team is doing. I think they took the first offer available and was like, that's it. That's the one we're taking. Let's go and look at these prospects. Zach Davies, he's kind of already shown us what he's doing. He does have some potential. I think that he really does have some potential. But he's not the big move in this trade. He's just not. And Ronaldo Preciado, he's a shortstop. You've seen Santana, he's a shortstop. And I'm sorry if I'm really screwing up their names. And outfielder Owen Cassie was their second-round pick in 2020. And Ismael Mena. We'll look at this from the Cubs perspective first because I know I'm talking a lot of trash. Now, Luis Campesino was rumored to be in this trade. Nope. This guy was with the DCL Padres. He's not going to be up for a while. The Cubs are looking to go for more younger players, it seems like very young players, and hoping for a lot of potential here. Now, the prospects thing on MLB.com, their top 30, it says show full list, and it's just not showing it for me. And you're probably like, PLB, tell me why you don't like this trade. Well, in their top 10 are none of these players listed. You've got to get a top 10 player. I was thinking Robert Hassell was going to be included in this trade. I really did. I thought he was going to be the outfielder included in this trade, especially if they're looking for young players. Like, that would make a ton of sense, would it not? This team really did not lose much in their farm system from this trade, honestly. This Ronaldo Preciado guy, he's just out of their top 10 at number 11, and he hits from left and right-handed. MLB.com scouting grades, 55 hit, 50 run, 50 field, 50 power, 55 arm, and 45 overall player. So he's not the greatest player, it seems like. Man, I just don't like this trade. I don't like it. He has no stats in the minor leagues, so I really can't go off anything here. You can hope for him to be pretty good. They got Owen Cassie in this trade, who's ranked number 11. He was drafted 45th overall, 45 hit, 55 run, 50 field, 55 power, throws 60, 45 overall prospect. He bats left-handed, fields right-handed, obviously. This, man, I'm just not. He's their ranked number 13 prospect. I can't really go off stats here, so that's a reason why. But I'm just not a big fan of this trade. It does not fit the timeline of their team. Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, they're players that are ready to win now. Some of their main players are ready to win now. Now, you're going to get some pretty decent prospects that are going to rank high in their system because they don't have a very good system. But their top prospects are in like AA. This just does not fit the timeline of this team. I just don't get it. Now you're probably saying they got 4 players ranked top 30 in the farm system. Yes, but neither of these are top guys. They really, you don't know what to expect from this trade. You can look for this trade 5 years down the line and say that's when you can really determine the losers and winners. 50 hit, 70 run, 60 field, 50 power, 55 arm, and 45 overall prospect for Ismail Bina. So I'm not. We don't have stats to go off of. Their ETAs are like 2024, so they're not going to be up for a while. You really can't judge this trade right now. And if you're judging this trade right now, it's easy to say that they lost this trade. But maybe they're the future team that wins this trade. But right now, it just does not look good. You really don't. You just don't have that performance that Yu Darvish had. Final prospect they got is Yuisin Santana. 50 hit, 55 run, 55 field, 45 power, 60 arm, 45 overall prospect. I really can't say much about these prospects, but I just don't like this. I don't think it fits the timeline of their team. And you're really not going to be showing me these good players that you're supposed to be getting until like 2024. Does not fit the timeline of their team. Obviously, if I'm going to grade it for the Cubs this trade, I'm giving it a D. I think you could have got more ready now players. Now let's look at it for the Padres side. The Padres are making moves. Padres fans should be so excited for their team next year because you've got Yu Darvish, Mackenzie Gore. That's not it though. That's a pretty good too. Blake Snell, Chris Paddock, Nelson Lamet. They had multiple. They have all MLB first team and all MLB second team or first team was Nelson Lamet. This team is so stacked. It's ridiculous. This team is beyond stacked in their rotation. This team is going to make a run for the Dodgers. And I do think they are the best team in the NL West after this move. I think they are the best team in the NL West. And if the Dodgers do not make moves, they are the best team in the NL West. The Dodgers maybe are going to make moves, but as of right now, the Padres are my favorites in the NL West and to win the NL West. Yu Darvish, you know what you're going to be getting. He's not pitched well in the past. Now, one of his most hated moments is in the 2017 World Series versus the Astros, where he gave up like 7 runs. But you know, they were banging on the trash cans then. That was one of his worst outings ever. But second in Cy Young in 2020, he just had a very good season in 2020. And I don't think they really like sell high for him. They didn't sell high for him, and this is the package you get. I'm pretty disappointed, honestly, and I'm just disappointed if I'm a Cubs fan. I'm honestly just very disappointed. Victor Caratini, who cares? It was rumored that Wilson Contreras was a possibility in this trade. Overall, great move. If I'm giving the Padres a grade, A-. This Padres team is built so well. They have the perfect mix of younger players and veterans. This team is built so perfectly, and I think they are the best team and probably World Series favorites. So I'm looking at the comments on MLB Trade Rumors, and all they are saying is, man, the Cubs just got robbed. This literally, I mean, I just don't get it. Everyone's like, the Cubs just really got robbed in this trade, and I have to agree with them. This Cubs, I gave them a D. I could give them an F and be more brutal, but I'm going to give them a D because the prospects are ranked pretty well. Cubs fans, you should be pretty upset, and I would understand why. This team is not making the right moves. Theo Epstein still should be there, and this team is absolutely in the wrong direction, and if I'm a Cubs fan, I am definitely not too happy with this. Padres fans, I would be super excited with this, though. Yeah, that's going to be my thoughts and opinions. Loser are the Cubs. Losers are the Angels. Teams that needed a starting pitcher. Losers. Yankees, loser. Padres are a big winner, though. Blue Jays, I think, are even a loser. Big win for the Padres. Cubs don't like what they received. Yeah, that's going to be my thoughts and opinions on this trade. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This is my 3rd video of the day, so hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, leave a like on this video, and yeah.